Let's look at some histograms and dot plots in Desmos. Stick around because I've got some really important warnings for you to make sure that you've got the histogram or dot plot that you're looking for. Now there are two ways to get data into Desmos. The first one is to type it in, and I'm going to just start to show you that because it would take some time. We're going to be working with some heights today, so I'm just going to call this one H, capital H, and then equals. I'm going to use my square brackets. So starting with a square bracket, I can just start to type my heights in, and so on. Okay, I'm not going to do it that way. Instead, I am going to copy and paste data in from, I've got a Google Sheet here, but you could of course do this from Excel. I'm going to again give my data list a name with a capital H. So capital H equals, but I'm not going to bother with the square bracket. Instead, let's go over to my spreadsheet. We want all of these heights in inches. So I'm going to click, hold, and drag through my data until I get to the bottom. This is why I did not type those in. And let's do a Control C to copy. If you're on a Mac, that would be a Command C. So Control C to copy. Back over into Desmos, I've got my cursor right next to the equals, and I'm going to do a Control V to paste. If you were on your Mac, it would be a Command V. So Control V to paste. And there I've got all 61 of my elements in. Now I've just put my data in. I haven't done anything with it yet. So let's click on another empty cell. I'm in number 2 now. I remember what these functions are called, but if you don't, you can always open up your keypad, click on functions over here, and then scroll down until you get to data visualizations. So here are my visualizations. The histogram dot plot, we're going to do a dot plot first. So a dot plot. And it wants to know a dot plot for what data set? Well, that is my data set, capital H. So here they are. Right now, these are plotted by their exact values, and it would be really nice instead to have them grouped. So we're going to go ahead and click on bind, and I want to do these bind by, and notice how it says data set, comma, bin width. It assumes a bin width of 1. I want to instead do a bin width of 5. So now it's got 60, it's got them grouped at 65, 70, and 75. Let me again do a zoom fit so you can see what this looks like. Now we're going to do a histogram on top of that. I'm going to type in histogram, or of course you can grab this from your keypad. I want a histogram for my data set H. So right now it's got this default bin width of 1, but I want that bin width to match what I've got up above, so I'm going to do a bin width there of 5. I also don't like this color, so I'm going to click and hold on it to change this color to an orange, so I get a better look there. And I can see how I've got now this midpoint of 60, a midpoint of 65, a midpoint of 70, and a midpoint of 75. Now here comes my warning. The histograms aren't exactly the histograms that you'll learn in a statistics class. So when I do this with my statistics students, I have them find the minimum, and Desmos will do this too. It's going to do min parentheses H. My minimum is 60. That minimum is what I would use to determine where that first bar starts. I would also have them find a max. So the maximum of H is 76. And if I wanted to have 1, 2, 3, 4 bars, I would take, I'm going to do my slash to get a fraction, and I would go 76 minus 60 to get 4 bars. I would divide that by 4, and I would round that up to 5 to grab all of my data. But I wouldn't start this at a number between 55 and 60 with 60 as the midpoint. Instead, I would start this technically for our continuity adjustment. I wouldn't start it at 60, but at 59.5. Desmos will do that very, very closely. All I've got to do is to go up to my histogram and change that to left instead. Let me hide my dot plots. So now I've got it starting at my minimum and ending a little past my maximum so that I'm grabbing all of that data. Now this first bin goes from 60 to 65, but 65 not included, 65 to 70, but 70 not included, and so on. This histogram right now has heights that represent the frequencies, the number of data values in each of our bins. I could instead change this to be a relative value. If I click on my zoom fit again, this would be their percentage out of 100%, or I can change that into a density. Desmos does so much more with statistics. Let me know what questions you've got. I've got another video for you here.